perfect punishment planned for mankind. He went to see Hephaestus, the god of craftsmanship. "Make me a creature with no equal in the image of the goddess." And so Hephaestus set to work creating something of great beauty. When it was done, Athena gave her jewels and clothes, and Hermes charm and cunning. And Zeus named her Pandora, and he took her down to earth and gave her to Epimetheus. Epimetheus took one look at this creature and his mouth dropped open. "Is that for me?" Zeus nodded, and Epimetheus completely and utterly forgot the warning of his brother Prometheus to never accept a gift from a god. And he took her hand and he brought Pandora into the world. Now before Zeus left, he gave Pandora a jar. "Don't open it," he said to her, and then he was gone. And Pandora was left new in the world with a jar that she wasn't allowed to open. And she didn't open it. Not at all. She looked at it. She wanted to open it, but she didn't open it because she had been told not to. She went to bed, and she thought about the jar, and she wondered about the jar. And she woke up in a cold sweat thinking about the jar, and eventually she got out of bed and she went into the room where the jar was kept, and she looked around her and nobody was up. No one would know. Everyone was asleep. So she crept towards it. She just had a tiny, tiny peek and no one would ever know. She opened the jar just a crack, and as soon as some air got into that jar, the lid flew off and out came disease and sickness and hunger and famine and disgustingness and hatefulness and vengeance, and all the horrible things in the world flew out, and Pandora was scrabbling around trying to find the lid, and she grabbed it and she put it back on the jar and shut it. Inside the jar, only hope was left. Pandora took the jar and put it away, and then she went back to bed, hoping that no one would notice what she'd done. But the ruler of heaven and earth did notice, and he rubbed his hands together, realizing that he had done a good job. Mankind was quite severely punished.